Northeastern Alberta, Canada, is a pristine land of unsurpassed beauty and grace, with thousands of miles of majestic boreal forest stretching out as far as the eye can see. But oil sands extraction is causing this beautifully wild environment to turn into a land devoid of trees, animals, and life. The Athabasca oil sands region is the largest deposit of crude oil in the world, with 1.7 trillion barrels of heavy crude oil lying under 54,000 square miles of forest. This site's potential source for hydrocarbons is enormous, especially with development in oil extraction technology and North America's desire to reduce its dependency on foreign oil. However, the extraction process for oil tar sands worries environmentalists because of its negative effects on the delicate boreal ecosystem. Oil sands extraction requires intensive strip mining, expels 3 times as many greenhouse gases than traditional oil extraction, and may actually use more energy to refine the oil than what the oil sands provide to landowners. In Athabasca, open-pit mining has caused deforestation of the boreal forests, dewatering of water systems and watersheds, toxic contamination, disruption of habitat, and loss of biodiversity. This blatant land degradation is propelled by the Canadian government, which has not regulated expansion of these oil sand open pit mines, because the government and local landowners benefit from the profits generated by companies such as Suncor Energy and Shell Canada. The exploitation of the tar sands is an environmental justice issue because the most negatively affected populations are the indigenous First Nations communities who live near or in the midst of these oil sand deposits. The people whose health is most at risk are those who eat food from the land and water, and the Dene, Cree, and Métis communities continue to subsist on a diet of fish and wild game. These populations are experiencing steadily increasing rates of leukemia, lymphoma, lupus, and rare forms of cancer that can only be attributed to oil sands mining. Unfortunately, First Nations pleas to put an end to oil sands development have gone unheard by the Canadian government. It appears that the government has placed a higher priority on jobs, income, and economic development over respect of traditional indigenous values and the protection of the environment. The battle over Athabasca oil sands mining comes down to the fundamental right to exist as an indigenous people. A moratorium on any further development must be implemented in order to give the First Nations a chance to air their grievances, for their land, culture, and very health have been abused by the rapid development of this industry. All of these serious issues must be responded to and protected, as it is the inherent right of these indigenous peoples to keep their way of life alive.